everyone, welcome back or welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Melissa. I like all things makeup and beauty, so if maybe you're interested in that as well, maybe you'd like to subscribe, like, share. I'd love to grow this channel a bit more. So with my attempts on trying to be an influencer, I'm doing terribly. So, like everyone else has been putting out their Sephora videos, I am extremely late to the game. It is currently November 4th. The sale ends the 6th, meaning you have 2 more days to take advantage of the sale. I have made the decision to not shop the sale. As I've announced in previous videos, I am on a no buy until the end of this year, trying to just really use up any makeup I have. And it's crazy because when I first started this channel, I feel like I started uploading in March of this year. One of my first videos, or a few of my first videos, were Sephora sale hauls. So that's crazy. Like, we're back at another sale. So, meaning that these Sephora sales happen more frequently than you think they do. So, if you just do not have the means, or you just don't feel like you really need makeup at this point, like, don't force yourself into buying something. There will be another sale. Now, with saying that, if you do want to shop the sale, I think it's a great time to do so. It's better to buy things on sale than to pay full price for them. So if you do want to take advantage of the sale, the purpose of this video today, I'm going to give you some recommendations of some products that I think are great items to pick up during a sale, whether they be specific products that I love in my own personal collection or just like overall categories. I think this is a great time to take advantage of because they are products that are very high valued or rarely ever go on sale. So if you can get 10, 15, 20% off, you might as well. So I'll first start off actually with the Sephora collection. So regardless of your tier level, with Sephora collection products, you receive 30% off, which is great. Sephora collection, I feel like a lot of people bypass it because when you're going to Sephora, you're looking for specific brands, what have you, right? You're there for like more of a luxury experience. But Sephora collection has some really good products. A few in my personal collection that I'd recommend to you. I'm gonna go ahead and just, because I don't feel like going through my collection because I'm lazy. I'm gonna go ahead and just pop up some images here. So yeah, these are the products I would take advantage of. If you've ever been eyeing the Sephora collection, now's your chance. You're gonna get 30% off, regardless if you're just signing up for the Sephora rewards program or you've been shopping it for years. First up, I'd recommend the Sephora single eyeshadows. Right now, they're retailing for $5 and you can depot them. So if you're into that, if you remove the sticker, there's like a little hole, you can just puncture them right out. Yeah. My personal favorite, To the Moon and Back, is like this very icy taupey shade. Not what I have on today, but kind of similar. That's a great shadow. The shadow Emerald, very sparkly green. I would go in store and just swatch them because they're single eyeshadows, especially like these sparkly. They have a very similar texture to like the ColourPop. I forget what they're called, but the ColourPop eyeshadows that are a little bit like doughy feeling. Those especially, they are beautiful, super sparkly, super pigmented. So do not sleep on these eyeshadows. Sephora also makes really beautiful face powders. Their Micro Smooth foundation powder has been like a cult classic for a long time. I don't know if this particular palette is still available, but if it is, I would snag it up. It brings 2 blushes, a highlighter, and a bronzer. Again, anything with that Micro Smooth, because they are baked powders. They are just like beautifully like finely milled powders. Super pigmented. I can't even open this. What's this? Like anything with that Micro Smooth title, those powders are phenomenal. So if you wanted to try out a new face powder or one of their bronzers, definitely check them out as well. Sephora, in my opinion, makes one of the best liquid lipstick formulas. Whenever I wear Always Red, people stop me and ask me what I'm wearing on my lips. It's beautiful, very comfortable, matte liquid lipsticks that's long wearing. So if you're into liquid lipsticks, I would definitely check out their collection. Next up, I'd recommend their brushes. If you're trying to grow your brush collection, Sephora collection makes beautiful brushes, and at 30% off, you just cannot beat that for quality brushes. I have a few that have lasted me for years. This one is actually a gift when I was Rouge in 2018. They used to give you like a little gift box when you made Rouge to make you feel special. Now, I don't think they do anything for you, but yeah, like this has held up since 2018. This is one of the brushes I take with me when I go traveling, still in great condition. So now that I've basically gone over a few of the things that I would recommend from the Sephora collection, another category I would take advantage of are hair tools. Now is the time, especially if you're Rouge, getting 20% off of a Dyson product. You have to take advantage of it. Last time they had this sale, I actually got the Shark. I forget what it's called because my memory sucks. But it brings like all the attachments. And for me, that works because I don't do my hair that often. I really do like the Shark one. But I do eventually want to get the Dyson one, especially the Air Straights. I don't know. They released the Air Straight as soon as I bought that other kit, and I was like, I'm not going to spend that much money on hair tools because I don't really mess with my hair like that. But eventually I do want to pick that up, and if I do, it's going to be on a sale. So this is the time if you want to get any Shark hair products, Dyson, Blow Bar, any of those brands that are pricier, now is the time to take advantage of the sale. Another category I would take advantage of are fragrances. Perfumes are expensive and are things that rarely ever go on sale. So now is the time if you're into, I'm pretty sure you can get Chanel discounted. Don't quote me on that. I feel like Chanel always has like some weird loopholes that you can't get the discount on. Let me know in the comments if that's true or not. Because I know in Ulta they do not allow you to discount Chanel stuff unless you're like applying your points. But anyways, if you're interested in Tom Ford, Kilian, you know, all those expensive perfumes, now is the time. Even if they're not like super expensive. Like perfumes for 1 ounce are ranging from like 90 to 100 and something. So if you can get a discount on that, I would take this opportunity to do so. Because unlike makeup, a lot of makeup brands will have a lot of sales. Fragrances barely ever go on sale. And if they do, you're getting maybe maximum like 15%. So if you are at the 10%, maybe skip it and wait till like Macy's has like their friends and family sale for perfumes. But yeah, now's the time to take advantage if you're trying to get fragrances. And if you're like growing your collection or you just are really into any of the fragrances, Sephora collection always puts out like a pack of, I believe it's like 10 to 15 perfumes. You'll get like a sample size of each of them. And it's already discounted. The kit's already discounted. And then you have a voucher to redeem for a full size of whatever perfume you choose from that collection. So if you love any of those collection, or if you love any of those perfumes that are included in those Sephora collection bundles, or you're just trying to grow your perfume collection, this is a great way to do so because those samples will last you up to like 2 to 3 wears, and you're getting a full size, like super discounted, and you're getting the full kit for the 20, 15, or 10% off depending on where you rank in Sephora system. So I would take advantage of that if I were you. I'm going to get into some specific products in my personal collection that I think if you're going to get them right now, getting them on sale is a good opportunity. Honestly, don't get too much skincare from Sephora. My skin is super sensitive, so I try to go for those very basic brands the dermatologist recommends to me, and they've been working great. So I don't really mess around too much with skincare. But if there's one skincare product I'd recommend, especially if you're someone who suffers from like rosacea or you've got like pretty red skin like I do, and there are just days you don't want to put on makeup, but you want to like tone down that redness. The Dr. Jart Cica Pear Tiger Grass Color Correcting Treatment. This is just a sample size, and this has lasted me like months because you honestly don't need a lot of it. It's pretty empty now. So needless to say, I do love this product, especially like when I just can't be bothered with makeup. Something like this just really tones down the redness, adds like a nice luminosity to the skin. So this is the only skincare product I will be recommending. But if you're like into Drunk Elephant or Tatcha, now is the time to take advantage of the sale. Two primers I think are good options if you want to shop the sale. This has to be one of my favorite ones. Milk Hydro Grip. This was really like a revolutionary primer for me. I was scared to use it at first, but I absolutely love it. Doesn't dry the skin. If anything, it gives you a little bit more moisture, helps foundation adhere to the skin, makes your makeup last longer. And this lasts you a really long time because you don't need a lot of this. Highly recommend this primer. Especially if you suffer from like drier skin, or like now where I live particularly, we're getting into winter, so your skin starts to get a little bit flaky. The Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base, and they even have like a jumbo version. I will forever recommend this. I think it is very much worth the money. You can kind of skip moisturizing if you're going to go in with this, unless you have super dry skin. This is great. Smells like citrus. Lasts you a very long time. Highly, highly recommend this primer moisturizer sort of hybrid product. For setting sprays, there are great setting sprays, but I would say during the sale, take advantage of the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Again, I get a lot of things in the mini size. I understand you're wasting money when you do that. I get it. But I get my products to last me a very long time because I'm seldomly doing my makeup on a daily basis. But the only thing I don't like about this one is the scent. It's got like this weird, I can't even describe it. I'm not a huge fan of the scent, but it's what I have on top of my makeup today. I think it does a good job adding longevity to the makeup, takes away any powderiness, and just makes your like powders look like skin and makes everything just melt in. So again, this is one of those brands you rarely catch on sale, so I would take advantage of the sale for anything Charlotte Tilbury, really. There will be a few things I'm not going to mention because, again, shop the sale if you want to shop the sale. But there are a lot of brands that have way better sales on their website. For instance, I love this Fenty foundation stick, but Fenty on their website always has better sales. Fenty has better sales. NARS has a lot of sales. YSL even has sales. Armani has sales. Who else? Bobbi Brown. I think I said NARS already. Urban Decay. Pretty much all these brands will have super good sales on their website. Tarte, Too Faced, they're always giving out like 30% off. So if you can wait for those particular brands, I would hold off on it. Really take advantage of the sale for brands you're not finding anywhere else, or you're never going to find on sale anywhere else. You are going to pick up some foundations. Two I'd recommend is the Tom Ford, sorry, Traceless Foundation Stick. Again, I'd recommend this one more if you have dry skin. This is very luxurious feeling, very creamy, beautiful coverage. Like, you can make this very sheer or you can build it to high coverage. It doesn't look cakey on the skin. I highly recommend this foundation stick. And Tom Ford is pricey, so if you want Tom Ford, now is the time to get it, especially if you're Rouge. You're never going to find Tom Ford more than 20% off. Not at Nordstrom, not at Macy's, nowhere. So take advantage of this sale. And I'd recommend the House Labs. This one is more of a, I say light to medium. It does a good job covering, but it won't cover up everything. I think this one is very skin-like, wears beautifully. Again, another dewy foundation. In House Labs, I don't think you can find outside of Sephora. So again, you want to take advantage of the brands you won't find anywhere else. For concealer, I picked out 4 from my collection. First up is the One Size Turn Up the Base. This is a very high coverage, pretty matte, but very thin. So if you want that high coverage but not cakey, I think this is a great concealer to pick up during the sale. Is like the complete opposite to that first concealer. This is the Givenchy Prisme Libre. What is this called? Skin Caring Concealer. So this one does have some skincare in the formula. Very luminous, dewy, but it just looks like skin. Very undetectable. This I'd recommend if you like a light to medium concealer, but something that looks very skin-like. Have been loving this product lately, especially because I'm pretty lazy on makeup on a daily basis. It's the Bobbi Brown Skin Concealer Stick. So I would just take this and put it wherever it needs to go. Really good coverage, super creamy. I don't feel like it cakes up on me. It is a cream, so you will have to set it. If not, it'll move around. That's just the nature of creams. But I highly recommend this, especially if you're like someone that can be bothered with like doing a lot of makeup. You can just pinpoint this where you need it and you're good to go. And lastly, this has to be one of my holy grail concealers, is the Dior Forever Skin Concealer. This concealer, I try to like use it very seldomly, very rarely, because I don't want it to run out. It's very expensive, but it just provides beautiful coverage, blends out beautifully, wears beautifully. Dior has to make some of my favorite complexion products. I know I didn't mention them too much here, but if you're going to pick up anything from like their complexion products, I would definitely check out their concealer. I'm not too picky when it comes to face powders, but some I'd recommend. Another holy grail for me is the Kosas Cloud Set. As you can tell there, I love this powder. It can get some hard pan, but you can easily just like scrape it off. But this powder, it's just so beautiful on the skin, undetectable, again, blurs everything out, not heavy. It's not going to mattify you, but it will set it enough that you're not looking like overly oily and shiny. Highly recommend this powder. Next up, another one from Givenchy. I feel like, again, take advantage of the brands you're not going to find on sale anywhere else. Givenchy is one of those brands. This is that Prisme Libre powder that people love so much. I have mine in the lightest shade 1. I can't pronounce it, so sorry. But when you pull it out, it just mixes the colors together. I eventually want to get the second to lightest one because this one can be a little too light. Really nice for under eye brightening. But this is a very nice powder, especially like for setting the under eye or just using it as a finishing powder. So just like buffing it all over the skin makes everything look super silky, very smooth. So I do recommend this powder. And if you are a full glam kind of girl, I do want to pick out the pressed powder version, but I'm going to hold off again until the end of this year when I'm done my no-buy. But the Huda Beauty setting powder, this will set your makeup down all day. Makes you look poreless. Just makes you look so like a porcelain doll. Highly, highly recommend this powder. Interested in any powder bronzers? Two I'd recommend are the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer. This one is refillable, so once you're done with it, you can just buy a refill. I love this bronzer. I love the undertone of it, the size of it. Another one I really love is the House Labs one. I have mine in the shade Light Level 3. She has a lot of different shades and undertones, which I do appreciate because I am like neutral but very fair. It's hard to get a bronzer that is not like super orange or red looking. So this one's got like a good amount of olive neutral tones. So it just looks really natural on my skin tone. And the formula is like super blendable. Highly recommend these House Labs powders. If we want to get into highlighters, I will forever recommend this Dior palette. I used to think it was a waste of money till I started using it. It is my favorite highlighter. You can mix them, customize them. If this is like too deep for you, you can use it on the eyes. Again, if this is too light for you, you can mix it. You can just make different colors within this palette. I highly recommend these. I love these, and they just look like wet on the skin. Like even the bronzy shade would be too deep for me, but I could use that as in a blush topper or even on the eyes. Another one I'd recommend is, of course, the Rare Beauty ones that are like forever sold out. These I think are very much worth it. I have not tried too much from Rare Beauty, if I'm being honest. I do want to try out the brand a bit more when I'm able to. If we're going to move into like cream bronzer sort of products, the two I'd recommend is the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. I love this product, especially for, again, my lazy makeup days. I've hit pan on it. I do need to pick a new one up once I run out. It's just easy to use, blends out beautifully, very mistake proof, leaves the skin looking very natural, dewy. Highly recommend, especially like spring and summer. This is a great product. Next is this one from NARS. This is more of a drier cream, I'd say, but still very creamy. That made no sense, but you know what I mean. It blends out, but it doesn't leave your face looking shiny is what I'm trying to say. This is the Laguna Bronzing Cream. I like the shade of this. Again, very neutral undertone, so it doesn't look too crazy on my skin tone. I'd also recommend the Rare Beauty Bronzer. This is in the shade Bright Side. These are very creamy, super easy to blend out, and she's got a fair amount of undertones. I thought this one was going to be a bit cooler leaning, but it still appears a little too orange on my skin. I could make it work, but not my favorite color. For cream blushes, I think these from Danessa Myricks are phenomenal. They are the Yummy Skin. I have this one in Dancing Queen, Rose and Brunch, and Jubilee. Very pigmented, but super easy to work with. You want to go in with a light hand, super easy to blend out. These are more of like a matte powder finish powder, so you don't even have to powder them down. They wear really well on the skin. Highly recommend these. These cream multi-sticks from Amicole are super beautiful. I have this one in the shade Desert Dates. Like a very pretty, what would describe this? Like a plummy pink. Very pigmented, again, easy to blend out. Highly recommend these as well. And this is a brand you're not going to find outside of Sephora unless they have their own website, but yeah. For powder blushes, I always recommend these from Valentino. Sorry if I just blinded you. These I love. They're very pricey. The packaging is very like bougie looking. It is plastic, so I know people think it's a bit cheap. But these are beautiful powders. They have like a bit of luminosity to them. They come in a bunch of colors. I highly recommend them. I enjoy them. For lips, I don't have too many recommendations. Again, I'm trying to think about brands that you're not going to find on sale that often. So like Dior products, I think you cannot go wrong with Dior. I love almost every lipstick I've ever tried. This one is from their, what is this from? Dior Addict Diorella. So if you like something a bit shinier, this is what that formula is. The Patrick Ta Major Volume Glosses, I think, are beautiful. Gucci lipsticks, if you just want to treat yourself to something luxurious. Very pigmented, very long wearing. I especially love the matte lipsticks. And again, Charlotte Tilbury is a brand I would take advantage of. This is Super Cindy, one of my favorite peachy nudes. So if you're around my complexion and like a peachy nude, I would recommend this shade in particular. And the last thing I'm going to recommend are the Danessa Myricks Color Fixes. If you've ever wanted to try these out, these are phenomenal liquid eyeshadows. They last forever on the skin, easy to work with. They're great as eyeliners. Again, an eyeshadow that does not budge. Some of them are even glittery, so I know a lot of people will use them on the face. I highly recommend these products. Great multi-use sort of products, especially if you want to get like artistic with your makeup. I'm sorry this video came so late. I honestly am just living vicariously through everyone uploading their wish list, their hauls. It's great to see people adding things to their collection that they really want to add. Again, it's something I'm going to skip this time around because there will be another sale. Um, I hope you like the recommendations I have for you. Again, don't put yourself into debt for makeup. A lot of brands I didn't mention because just wait till they're having a sale. Like Pat McGrath, you will not see me mention in here because she always has a better sale on her website. Fenty's always having good sales. So I would say if you're patient, just wait till the brands directly have these better sales so you can save even more money, because makeup is something that you're going to go through. So there's no point in like paying full price when you can get it for up to like 30% off. That's just my opinion on it. But again, if you were excited about this sale, I'm excited for you. Let me know what you got down in the comments. Thank you to anyone taking the time watching my video. I really do appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, leave me some comments. I want to know what you got. I'm trying to live vicariously through you all. Until next time, have a great day. Take care.